All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Harmon here, just going over a tutorial on how to do your IXL homework or IXL probe. Algebra 1 B1, add, subtract, multiply, and divide integers. Starts out pretty simple with questions like this. You know, you have negative 98 times 8, and it's asking you, is it positive or negative? Okay, quickest and easiest way to kind of work through this stuff is with multiplication and division. If the signs are the same, it's going to be positive. If the signs are opposite, it's going to be negative. So notice here we have a negative and a positive. So a negative times a positive is negative. All right, here, division, we have negative 12 divided by negative 2. Notice they're both negative, so it's going to be positive. A negative 18 divided by 3, well, that's going to be negative and a positive, so that's negative. Here, a negative times a positive is a negative. Here, we have a positive times a negative, and that's going to be negative. All right, now we get into questions like this, where it's asking me more of what is the value of it. And notice the score, or when the score gets to about 40, the questions will change. So they're going to change every so often on you, so it's very important to pay attention to the direction. It's just asking you to subtract. So first, let's look in here at the two negatives right in the center of my problem. So it says minus a negative 10. When we have two negatives together, that's going to be like adding the opposite, or you can remember two negatives make a positive. So 1 minus a negative 10 becomes 1 plus 10, which is 11. Now this says 4 minus 9. Sometimes I will break this down to like money. If you have $4 and then you spend $9, well, how much do you owe somebody, or how much did you overdraft your account? And that's going to be $5. An overdraft or spending more than you have is not good, so it's negative 5. So 4 minus 9 is negative 5. Okay, this one says in terms of money, you spent $6 and then you spend $3. How much did you spend? So that would be you spent $9. So negative 6 plus negative 3 is negative 9. Notice again, 60, score changed. So negative 16 divided into 144. Okay, so we first know this is a negative and that's a positive. So I know my answer is going to be a negative. All right, and now I have to figure out how many times does it go in. So one way is you could check using your calculator. Okay, and I believe the answer is 9. And I can check that by doing negative 16 times negative 9 and seeing if that is 144. Okay, 11 times 6, this is pretty simple. And I encourage you and anybody who's doing this probe just to try and do it using mental math. It's going to make you quicker and it's going to help you out in the long run, even though it might be harder today. So 11 times 6 is 66. Okay, we have negative 4 divided by negative 1. I know my answer is going to be positive because both the signs are the same. So 4 divided by 1, all right, is pretty much what that's asking. 79 plus negative 67. So if you have $79 and then you spend $67, how much do you have left? So this format's kind of difficult to see, but if you put it in the vertical format where you have 79 over 67 and you're subtracting, I think you can quickly see that your answer is 12. You spend $54 and then you spend $93. How much did you spend? You can see that you're going to add 54 and 93, and your answer is going to be negative in this case. I like to put it in context just because I feel it's a little easier to figure out, is it going to be positive or negative. So the 4 and 3 would give me a 7, and the 5 and 9 would give me 14, so this would be negative 147. Negative 8 times 9, that's going to be negative 72. How do I know? Well, negative times a positive is a negative. And there you have it. All right. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or your teacher, and we'll give you some more help.